Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Harbor Freight 130 piece toolkit that you can pick up at your local Harbor Freight store. It sells for about 38 bucks. I picked one up the other day. They have an emergency toolkit for a home inspection business and for doing emergency roadside repairs. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, for $38 you can't really expect a whole lot, but this kit does impress a little bit. It does come with quite a bit of tools. But first, let's talk about this box here. As you can probably guess, none of my tools are in that box, probably for a good reason. As you can see, before I even open it for the first time, my handle here is broke, our little locking clip. Open it up, it comes, it looks like a really nice case. The only problem is none of the tools actually stay in here at the time. They fall out. They're all missing all over the place, and they just never stay in there. So I didn't want to use this. I wasn't going to use this anyway. I had read some reviews online, and they had said that they had the same problem with the tools just laying all over the place. Wouldn't stay inside where they were supposed to. So Harbor Freight, if you're listening, fix that. Also, in my opinion, the case is a little bit too bulky, I guess, for what application I needed it. I needed it to fit into a little bit of a smaller area, which hence I have one of these bags to fit into my toolbox so I can have room for other stuff. This take up a lot of stuff and it would be crammed on top of everything and make it hard to get out. By using a bag, I can get it in and out real quick. So, Harbor Freight, again, if you're listening, that's something you guys should definitely correct on this toolkit. Alright, now that we're done, now I probably won't throw this away. I'll probably keep it for some unknown reason that will collect clutter in my shed. But let's go over the tools that we got here. Now, obviously, okay, I should take this flashlight out. This flashlight is a Harbor Freight, but it did not come with the kit. Alright, you get your normal screwdrivers, you get a flat Phillip, and you get your nut driver there. There's all kinds of goodies, and if I can just get it, there we go. Crescent wrench, you get a ratchet, you get you get, what is it, 3/8 drive sockets, and you get a bunch of 1/4 inch ones too that come with it, and there is an adapter somewhere in there for that ratchet right there. Also in the kit you get some needle nose, some side cutters, some pliers, and you both get metric and standard wrenches. Not every size. Let's say like this one is 9/16. Alright, and they do feel, I can tell you, they feel cheap, I'm not going to lie. But for an emergency, or just your everyday home repairs, this will probably do you just fine. But yeah, they don't have every size. I think it's just about, about 4 or 5 wrenches that come with every set. So it's only going to be some of the main size, like a 10 millimeter. No, this one's 11. So, alright, I'm sure 10's in there somewhere. There we go. 10. I was going to say, if there's no 10 in there, I'm going to be like, what in the world? 10 is like one of the most common things you use. Also, it's the most missing one you go. And it goes up to 15, so that's a pretty good size. Now, you can go to their website and get all the tool information. Now, this rail right here did not come with the kit. This is something I had. I had to crank it up to fit in the bag there, but I put all the big sockets that I would use most of the time on the rail here. So that way I wouldn't have to put them all in the little crock pot here. Little thing. Actually, it works out pretty good if you trying to figure out what to do with all your sockets and you want to get one of these little containers, put it in the bottom of your drawer. I need a smaller one so that way it's not so, you can see how this one's got them warped, but it's just sitting. But it actually does a pretty good job keeping them in there. If you had the lid, boy, it'd keep them in there. Alright, moving on. It comes with a nice little hammer. And like I said, I don't really use these a whole lot, but sometimes they do come in handy. You never know. They have some vice grips. They're a little cheesy, but they do work. If I could do this all with one hand. And you guys are going to watch me struggle and laugh. You try doing this with one hand. Oh, there we go. Really tight. Yeah, they work. They're okay. Fairly good. Like I said, for emergency use only. Alright, it comes with a lot of little bits here. Extensions, spark plug socket. We got some Allens, some stubby screwdrivers, a good 10-foot measuring tape, some other goodies, small screwdrivers. I guess I don't think I've ever seen anything this small for a normal, unless you were working with your glasses or something like that. But it comes with a good assortment of tools. Honestly, I would rate this as a great home kit for the homeowner that doesn't want to do a lot of repairs but needs maybe to tighten up a doorknob or hinges loose, or got a few nuts that are coming out somewhere. It needs to be tightened up. This kit's great. Also, where this kit exceeds is an emergency tool kit for the side of the road. That also works out great because it has a lot of the common tools, and plus, if it ever got stolen, I mean, shoot, don't cry over them. I mean, it's only 38 bucks. I mean, I think I spent $33.50 with the 20% off. So, I mean, I I wouldn't even cry if they got stolen just for the bag. Maybe the bag was actually kind of expensive. I know I put crappy tools in a good bag. That's just me. Actually, it's just because that's what I had laying around. But yeah, good toolkit overall. I think I haven't had to use it yet, believe it or not, but I've had it, and it is a good thing to know that you have tools available on hand in case you ever need them in case of emergency. It is just good to have tools. I mean, I was carrying my big fancy Craftsman and stamp, whatever else I had with me, wherever I went, and then they always was afraid of getting them stolen. Was always keeping an eye on them. These, I feel like they'll do the job just fine. In fact, these sockets are 6-point, so that's pretty good. In fact, I think all the sockets in here are 6 points, which is really good. They're a little bit stronger. Now the wrenches here, they're not 6-point, they're 12-point. So, but overall, I think a good, decent toolkit for the money. Now they got bigger toolkits at Harbor Freight, and I think this was one of the smallest ones. And for 38 bucks, I don't think you can beat it. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't use this for everyday auto mechanicing. If you're working on cars every day, I would buy a little bit better quality tools, or at least a better version of what they have, not their cheap, $38 kit. They have better wrenches and better sockets and better, that are not in the kit, but they sell separately and that are actually pretty decent and everything. So this is definitely, one of those, I call spare roadside assistance, or, little toolkit you need without busting out the big boys. So that is my little review of this. It wasn't really much today. These are good tools, or let's say fairly good tools. I would definitely give them, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 easily, only because that case there. I mean, that thing was broke from the get-go, and that just irritates me because I was going to try to use that, but it was a little bit too bulky for my application there. So this worked out better by putting them in the bag. So that would be my rating for this. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, that is going to be my review for the 130-piece Harbor Freight toolkit. Not a perfect toolkit, but overall a pretty decent tool set. It's got a lot of good combination of tools that you need. Sockets, wrenches, pliers, Allen heads, all good. Nut drivers, good. Measuring tape to boot off, top it all off there. So that's a pretty good little toolkit for the money. Especially if you use the 20% off, you got it for $33, so you can't beat that at all. Alright, before I cut you guys loose here today, I want to give a quick update for all my Gull Wing guys out there that have been patiently waiting for me to put out the brakes video. I know they were supposed to have been out last week, but I ran into a few roadblocks. My mass cylinder seals busted, and I had the caliber bolts for the pads seized up, and I had to drill it out. So I will go over that in more detail whenever we do the video. Right now I'm still waiting on my mass cylinder kit, and unfortunately it will not be here until the end of the week. So guys, I will try to get those videos out to you. But the good thing out of this, you guys are going to get a whole lot more videos for Gull Wings than you would have if I just did the brakes. So you guys can be thankful for that there. I'm not, because that means I had to spend more money, but I'm going to be showing you guys probably one of the next times is how to rebuild your mass cylinder. So if you like that or want to know how to do that, I recommend you stay tuned to the channel. Alright guys, so if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now, because we're going to have a lot of good stuff come up here pretty soon. It's going to get better and better every day. Alright guys, well until next time, you guys stay safe out there.